I'm sure that even in Cuba, there were people smiling and happy people, right? They didn't have a lot, and yet they could still enjoy their lives and still be happy and still be positive. Whereas you could take a person in America, and if they had that same thing, there's a good possibility that they wouldn't appreciate, they would be miserable. Dad used to always say it's easier to start with nothing, right? It's easier to start with nothing than to become nothing. When you think about it, anywhere you've gone, right? I've gone to some pretty depressed areas in my career. There are still tons of happy people. There's still kids playing. That still exists. And yet there are so many people who have so much and they're miserable. It just goes to show you the power of positive thinking. Like, you don't have to be anything special to enjoy your life and to be happy. And I think that that's something that once you make that shift where you are positive, you are happy, you are a generally upbeat person, what you find, kind of like what you were saying, you start to attract people. People start to want you to be a part of what they're doing. Well, you and I get offers a lot from people who are just like, hey, we want you to come work with us. Hey, we want you to, like, what are you doing? How do we work together? And it's like, well, I don't consider myself, I'm sure I'm relatively smart, but I don't think I'm like the smartest man in the world. I'm certainly not as like a Elon Musk brilliant type guy. There's something to be said for this kind of law of attraction, that if you're putting out the right vibes, if you're always going for it, if you're always trying to be the best you can be, that I tend to find that no matter, if you keep trying to get better, you can keep getting better. And that's one of the most wild things, is that after 20 years, I find that I can continue to improve. The other part of that is, especially if you're living in America, but right now, there's probably, 7 billion people in the world? There's probably at least 2 billion people that would trade places with you today. And that goes for anybody who's listening to this. Any one of our people. There's probably at least 2 billion people that would trade places with them today if they had that chance, no matter what you're going through.